Hi, I'm Kristin Amdahl. I'm a creative entrepreneur embracing every aspect of life with artistic intention. Join me as I share the way I live and all the tips and tricks along the way. Allow me to inspire you to do the same. Please like, share, or comment on my videos. I'd love to hear from you. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll be first to know when there's something new. The fanned petal-like clusters in this stitch pattern are so reminiscent of geisha fans to me. The heavy texture brings body to an otherwise very light garment. Worked from the center out, each side is completely symmetrical. This is the type of shrug that could be worn over just about anything in your wardrobe to add a splash of color and pizzazz. You'll be surprised how often it becomes your go-to layer. I've got my chart here. I think it's really helpful to have your chart handy and or have it printed out from your book. I've got my stitch key alongside with the chart so that I understand what I'm going to be using. We're going to be using a chain, a slip stitch, a single crochet, a double crochet, and a 5 double crochet cluster to make the stitch pattern. Basically, it's an offset shell pattern, but what's different about this one is that we use really heavily concentrated clusters in the shell, which gives a lot of weight and bulk to an otherwise very, very fine weight fabric. And I'll show you what I have established here already on the worsted weight sample. And see how much bulk there is already. Now this one isn't going to block out nearly as beautifully or as flat as the fine weight yarn will. In fact, look at them side by side. You can see how much different it is already just because of the bulk of the yarn. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is show you how we do one of the lace rows. And what we're going to do is follow along on the pattern. I'm going to start with a chain 4. I'm going to turn our work and we're going to work a 5 double crochet cluster into the first chain 1 space, and that's yarn over your hook, insert your hook into the chain 1, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We now have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert our hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert our hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert our hook in the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We should now have 6 loops on our hook. What that means is we have our original loop on our hook and we have 5, 3, 4, 5 partially started double crochets. And now what we're going to do is yarn over our hook and pull through all of them at the same time. And now we have a 5 double crochet cluster complete. Next it's a chain 2 and we're going to work a double crochet, 5 double crochet cluster in the next chain 1 space. So it's yarn over our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. We've got 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 5 partially double crochets completed, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on our hook, and we're going to yarn over and pull through all 6 on the loop on the hook. Chain 2, and we'll do that again. Okay, we have 5 double crochets started but not finished. We have a total of 6 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 6. So now we're going to chain 2, skip the first single crochet, 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 single crochets, chain 2, and then we'll work a 5 double crochet cluster, chain 2 in each of the chain 1 spaces in the next section. Okay, I'll do another one really slowly so you can follow along. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain one space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pull through. So now we have another 5 double crochet cluster done. I think it's important now that it's the only stitch that you really need to learn for this pattern. It's really just single crochet, double crochet, and chain. So now what I'd like to do is show you what that looks like on the fine weight yarn. Okay, here's a side-by-side comparison of our worsted weight version of the stitch pattern and now our fingering weight version of the stitch pattern. Notice how it's far less bumpy and bulky, but it's also still a little bit bulky because look at what it looks like. This is the same exact yarn and this one's now been blocked. So you can see how beautiful the lace ends up stretching out and just really flourishing. What I'd like to do now is show you what it looks like to actually crochet the 5 double crochet clusters in the fingering weight yarn. We saw how to do it on the worsted weight yarn, so now I want to show you how it looks slightly different when you're using a thinner yarn. So we start our row with 2 single crochets and a chain 2, and now we're going to work a 5 double crochet cluster in this first chain 1 space. It's the same exact pattern that we did in the worsted weight. And yarn over, insert your hook in the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, which is a partial double crochet. You would yarn over and pull through 2 one more time if you were going to complete this double crochet, but a 5 double crochet cluster is working 5 partially completed double crochets and then joining them all together at the end. So we're now we just did a second partially complete one. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We now have 5 partially completed double crochets and our original loop on our hook for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. Chain 2. We're going to now work a 5 double crochet cluster into the next chain 1 space. And what that means is we're going to work 5 partially completed double crochets, leaving the last step incomplete. So we now have 6 loops on our hook again, 1 each for the 5 partially completed double crochets and our 6th one, which is our original loop. Yarn over, pull through all of them. Chain 2, and we'll do that again. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We now have 1 partially completed double crochet. We're going to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to chain 2, and now we're going to do one more 5 double crochet cluster. We've got our first partially completed double crochet, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And that is the 5 double crochet cluster. Find this pattern and many more in my brand new book, Continuous Crochet.